Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Rap Ministries. That's Reaching All People Ministries. And I'm Brother Jeremiah. I answer to them all. And I just want to thank you for coming on in today. Reaching All People Ministries. Good to see you on today. Like going on out there in the world. You know, people passing away. Famous people hospitalized. You know, just stuff going on. But nevertheless, today is the Shabbat, and we should honor it just like our Heavenly Father commanded us. Thank you for coming on in with us today. We see you, Auntie. You and your family. Thank you for coming on in today. Peace and blessings to you as well. Jacksons, thank you for coming on in. We see you. I got Brother Jackson message on the other day. I got it. Mama J. Pope, thank you for coming in, Mother Pope. She said she's present today. Thank you for coming on in. Always a pleasure to see you in the comment section. Sister Erica Yashel and Elder Henry, double honors to the elders, you know. Yeah, Ohio crew. Sister Yarnice, baby Charlotte, thank you for coming on in. That date is approaching. Sister Yarnice, that date is approaching. But yeah, thank everybody for coming on in. Proverbs, we see you, sister. We see you, and thank you for what you did on this morning. Thank you, Sister Proverbs. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. We're going to give everybody a few minutes to get on here. I see we got 12. You know, as always, I'm going to admonish you to, to stay strong with the Most High, stay in His Word every day. We eat every day. We eat natural food every day. We got to be in His Word every day. That's spiritual food. We got to be in that every single day of our life. You know, we got a controversial one today. Gonna make some people mad. You know, but I don't have no problem with making people mad. The word will make you glad. If you sad, you can get glad. See, we got 17 on in here. Thank y'all for coming on in today. Give everybody a few more minutes to get in here. You know, some of our regulars, you know, like Keita Live, Zachariah Z and family, you know, and the like. You know, Brother Jeff Hardison and family. There they go. Zachariah Z and the family. Good to see you every week. Hey, like clockwork, we thank them for coming in. Sister Rhiannon and Brother Damon D, part of the Zachariah Z and the family. I'm glad to see everybody today. Gotta, you know, the teaching that we're going to do today, as I give people maybe a couple more minutes to come on in today, I've been promising to do this a long time. I've always hinted at it. We see you, brother and sister Keita Life is Torah, North Carolina crew. You know, but I've been promising to do this one, you know, for a couple years now. You know, so I always hint at it. I always say, is it wrong? Yes and no. No and yes. But you know, see, we got 19 in here. Maybe everybody, one more minute. But guys, like I said, this thing is wrapping up. This world is wicked, especially in the city that I live. I mean, these people lost their mind. Just murder, killing, raping, stealing, LGBT, everything you can name is out there. You know, I'm like, my goodness, Yeshua is soon to return because this mess is wickedness out here. You know, pure deep wickedness. But while we wait, I'm gonna decrease that he might increase. Just pray for all of the saints, guys, that we endure these wicked and evil times, because it's definitely wicked and it's definitely evil out here. So I'm gonna decrease that he might increase. No, it ain't about me. This song that's playing, this song that's playing, his name is excellent in all the earth. Yeshua Mashiach's name is excellent in all the earth. Not my name, his name. I ain't nobody. I'm just a dude from Memphis, Tennessee. That's who I am. More Israel, Charlie. We see you. Always be learning. Always be learning. Let me turn that music off. Hold on, guys. I gotta come back out. I gotta come back out. I didn't turn the music off. All right, we got that off. All right, let me go back in here. And y'all let me know if y'all can see it on the screen. Because I know y'all gonna let me know. All right, let's see, did it go back? I'm gonna check and see if it went back up. Then we're gonna pray and get on into the scripts. And if you can, yep, it's up. If you can, guys, hit that like button for us. We really would appreciate it. Helps the ministry out, gets us more, gets us seen more, and you know, in more people's YouTube feed. Let me move this out the way. Let's go ahead and pray. Abba, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today, your holy Sabbath day, the day you hung in creation millennia ago. Father, we just thank you for all of your people that came to hear your word, and we thank you that they will be blessed, they will be edified, and they will be changed for the better in their lives. And all that they see, Father, we thank you that they're not just a hearer of your word, but they're a doer of your word, and they will make the necessary changes. Father, right now, we just thank you right now that no demonic attack, no dissension, no arguments take place in this service on today. Father, we just call the devil doomed, damned, and defeated. And we just thank you right now that you alone get all the praise, all the honor, all the glory, do your name, and that your ruach will flow so that it can administer that life to all your people. And we thank you for all of this in the mighty, precious name of your son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. Amen. Guys, you know, we're going to get on into this teaching, and it's a controversial one, you know, a very, very controversial one. It's called, what is it? Interracial marriage, you know. Interracial marriage. Brother Ronnie, what do you think? I don't think nothing about it. You know, I don't get in folks' business. You know, that's what they do. That's what they do. You know, it's two places I don't go. Two, I don't go in nobody's pocketbook, and I don't care what, I don't count nobody else's money. I don't care what they doing, and I don't worry about who they're in relationships with. That ain't none of my business. You know. But again, what we want to do is we want to get a biblical, if we are going to talk about it, we want to get a biblical stance on it. What I say and what I think don't mean a hill of beans. It don't mean jack. You know? So 1 Corinthians 8:2, because a lot of people, it's a lot of doctrine out there from all colors and creeds on this particular subject, whether you're black, white, red, multicultural, whatever you may be. A lot of people have different stances on this, but we don't want nobody's stance but the Most High stance. But again, if any man think he know anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know. If we think we know something, we need to check it against the script so we can make sure we know it like we need to know it. And again, Proverbs 18:13. I may say some stuff people don't agree with, but the thing is, we must he that answereth the matter before he heareth it is a folly and a shame unto him. And you know, this one of them subjects, touchy. She said olive green. Yeah, like the wicked witch on Wizard of Oz. Is she that color? But again, we're going to ask the question, is interracial marriage wrong? Brother Ronnie, is it wrong? The answer is yes and no. Brother Ronnie, it can't be both. Yes, it can be both. Yes and no. Because, again, this is a hot button issue. Woo, people, boy, this push people buttons. I don't know why it would. People always worrying about what somebody else doing. But this is from the. We're not gonna read all this. I'm just this next excerpt that I'm going to show you on the other page. It comes from the Boston Globe. This is a story in the Boston Globe. You say opponents of interracial marriage say God is on their side. Everybody that say that they're against it, they say God on their side. But I'm gonna show you a picture of this brother. This is Kenneth Hagin Jr. And I used to listen to his dad, Kenneth Hagin Sr. He got a Bible college, and the pastor that I used to be under went to Rhema Bible College in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But this particular guy, this particular minister, this is what he thought on about interracial marriage. This is in that article, this one that I just showed you. It says, in the story, it said there are institutions such as the Rhema Bible Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the Reverend Kenneth Hagin Jr. advises his integrated congregation on how to keep their children from intermarrying. He said, we're friends. We friends. We can play. We can go together as a group, but we don't date one another. I don't think we ought to mix any of the races. His words ignited an ongoing feud in Pentecostal sects, prompting the Reverend Fred Price of Compton, California, who is Black, to declare a holy war against racism. And I remember when I was in the Sunday church that this did come out in Fred Price in California. He did a series on racism in the church. I mean, it was a long series, a long series. Yeah. Zachariah Z said he a regular white boy. My wife is Navajo Indian. So ha. I'm telling you, Zachariah Z. Ha. Oh, I don't know, Sister Proverbs. I don't have the answer to that question. I don't know. It could be. Oh yeah, you guys went out to Rhema Bible. All right, my pastor, he was a grad from there. And, I was in his ministry almost 20 years, but held him high. And his father, Kenneth Hagin, when I listened to him, he knew the Bible. All the correct application wasn't right all the time, but he knew it. And this is, everybody know this, who this is. This is the minister, Farrakhan. He said that, I read an article on him, but he said that you shouldn't mix anyway either. Marriage shouldn't mix either of different race. He said it. He also says it, but he has changed a lot over the years, because he used to call white people, he used to call them white devils. The Nation of Islam, they no longer call people that. But guess who do call people that? The certain Black Hebrew camps. They teach no mixing. Everybody that said, all of these people, him, they said no mixing. They all correct, except they're misapplying it. You don't mix for a certain reason, not because you're a certain color or a certain tribe or a certain creed. So is it wrong before we jump off into this? Yes and no. So let's get to the bottom of this. Spider-Man and Scoob and Shaggy. Zoinks! So what we want to first jump off into is the Table of Nations. Brother Ronnie, where you get that from? Out the Bible. I got this out the Bible. I said, Brother Ronnie, where you get this from? Out of the Bible. And it's in the, the section called maps. People read the maps that's in there. But these are all of the nations according to Genesis, according to the Genesis chapter 10. And it's color coded, meaning that the red is the descendants of Japheth, the green is from Ham, and the blue is from Shem. So we might come back to this a little bit later on, but you see all of these different. When he divided the nations, these is what he divided the nations into. See, we got 22 on in here. So what I went on ahead and did is I always do my own little graphics. I put the 3 sons of Noah, because Noah was a son of who? All of them. Noah, when he got up to Noah, everybody on the earth was a descendant from of Adam. But Japheth, Ham, and Shem, so we got Japheth, We got all of his people, but then I highlighted Javan, which is the Gomer is in orange. So his sons, one of Gomer's sons in orange down there. I didn't put all of Gomer's sons. I just put one down there, Ashkenaz. Everybody, oh, them Ashkenazis over there, But just let you know, they are under Japheth, who most people say that's, those are the white people. I agree that all Japhetic nations are. Well, I do agree with that. So then you have Javan. I highlighted him. He that was Greeks. And then another guy, down at the bottom, I put, Tarshish, from them come Kittim in Rome. All right. So just keep that in mind, which is Kittim is the same thing as Rome, or Chittim, Chittim is spelled different ways in different publications. And Ham, you see, I put his sons, but then, I put Mizraim. From Mizraim came who? The Philistines. And then from Canaan, that's highlighted in the green, it comes from Canaan, comes Heth, Amorites, Jebusites, Girgasites, Hivites, so forth. You're going to see some of these again. And under Shem, I use on one of his sons, Arphaxad, and show you that one of his sons was Salah, and then one of his sons was Eber. And why did I put Eber? Because Eber was the progenitor of the Hebrews. All right. But this is I'm not going to leave this up long. You can come back later and catch the replay if you want to. This is about a year ago. A ministry that I highly, highly respect. I'm not even put their name up here. I just put my comment, where I kind of, showed them, hey, you guys are kind of not taking this stuff in context. And, it was what it was. So I ain't gonna put it up there. You can read it on your own. So you can see, I've been meaning to do this class a while. This was May of last year. But I finally got around to it because we did a controversial class last week. I'm going to just come back with another controversial class. But we're going to go to the verses that they love to use that show you're not allowed to marry outside of your race. Deuteronomy 7, 1-8. When the Most High thy Elohim shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hast cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgasites, the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. These are the 7 nations right here. And when the Most High thy Elohim shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter, he said, neither shall. See, they said, see, see, brother Ronnie, you see. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shall not give unto his son, nor his daughter thou shalt take unto thy son. What for? What does for mean? Because they will turn away thy son from following me, and that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. See, right there. No, he said, don't do it. Why? And then the 7 nations that he did mention, these people, all of them are from Ham, which are black people. Which are what? Black people. Every last one of these groups, everybody know, they tell you, black man, you ham. You ham. So we know they black. But what are the groups? The Hittites, the Girgasites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. And none of them are Japhetic nations. None of them. But why don't you mix with those 7 black tribes right there? For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods or Elohims. But verse 5, but thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy Elohim. The Most High thy Elohim have chosen thee, you Israel. Everybody in here keeping commandments, you're Israel. Have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Most High did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you are more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But and still the fewest of all people. Ain't nobody doing no righteousness today. Few. But because the Most High loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, what fathers? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And really Adam, because he told Eve that a seed gonna come out of you. But because the Most High loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he swore unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, hath the Most High brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. So we're gonna go to the next one they love to go to. Oh, I don't run from no verses. I don't run from nothing. But Deuteronomy 23, 1-8. We see you. Jamesons. We see you, Dunez. We see you, brother Dunez. Thank y'all for coming on in today. It says, so this is those excluded from the assembly. Late but on time. All right. So it says, those excluded from the assembly. Deuteronomy 23, 1-8. He that is wounded in the stones, that's somebody, a male who male parts, testicles are messed up, or hath his privy member cut off. Use your imagination, privy, for what a privy member is. Shall not enter into the congregation of Yahweh. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of Yahweh, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of Yahweh, Yahuwah. So you have some people, hey, I was born out of wedlock. What about me? It said the 10th generation. We way past the 10th generation. You good. An Ammonite or a Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of Yahweh. It said, even to their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of the Most High forever. Ooh, they'll say forever. Because they met you not with bread. They met you not with bread and water in the way when ye came forth out of Egypt. And because they hired against thee Balaam, the son of Beor of Pethor of Mesopotamia, to curse thee. Put witchcraft on you, put you into idolatry, and they ain't give you nothing to eat. He said, Moab and Ammon, y'all ain't getting into the 10th generation even forever. Woo. It's cold there. Deuteronomy 23, 1-8. So we pick it back up at 5. Nevertheless, the Most High thy Elohim will not hearken unto Balaam, but the Most High thy God turned the curse into a blessing unto thee, because the Most High thy Elohim, he loveth thee. He loves you. Thou shalt not seek their peace. Don't be going to them getting nothing from them, nor their prosperity all the days forever. Thou shalt not abhor or hate an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land. The children that are begotten of them, them who? Them who? Edom and the Egyptians. Or if you don't want to say the Edomites, you can just say the Egyptians. We're going to show you though. The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the Most High in their 3rd generation. It don't say 10th or 10th and forever for Egypt and the Edomites. It don't say that. Exodus chapter 12. Chapter 12, 37-38. We're going to just show you real quick. When the children of Israel went out, it was a lot of people among them. People don't know that. Let's go to Exodus 12, 37-38. It's saying the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men. 600,000 on was just the men. We ain't even counting the children and the women. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds and even very much cattle. Just got everything. They going up out that thing. But we're going to look up that word mixed. That word is Arab. Arab. It means wolf, mixed multitude. Wolf as mixed, interwoven, knitted material, mixture, mixed people, mixed company. See, if you knew anything about history, Egypt just didn't have just one group of people. Egypt, it was all kind of people in Egypt. No, that's not an idiom. Forever, that's what it means. Forever. But but we're gonna show you. Just stick with the class. Stick with the class. But not here is not. We're gonna show you. We're gonna show you. And people that so ain't no more Ammonites and ain't no Moabites. No, the Most High preserves them a certain way. We're gonna show you the certain way that He preserves them. We're gonna show you that today. But it says Arab. It says Arab. And down at the bottom, from the web or transverse threads of clothes, also a mixture or a mongrel race, Arabia, mingled people, mixed multitude, wolf. So let's go to the dictionary and let's look up mongrel. The word mongrel. It says crossbred, mixed breed, half breed. So the children of Israel was just mixed with the people that was in Egypt, whoever they might have been. But it says crossbreed, cross, mixed breed, half breed, hybrid, tyke, mutt, a mutt. They used to call black people that were mixed during the slave time mulattoes. That's what they used to call them. But let's go to the Merriam-Webster. Mongrel. And you could be, Brother Lewis. I ain't gonna say you wrong, but I am gonna show you how the Most High preserves a people. Because there's been times in the Bible where it said He utterly destroyed some people. Some people said that they said what is that? They said Ammon don't exist no more. I don't know. They could, maybe not. I don't know. I ain't met none. But at this point, everybody a mongrel at this point. But mongrel, it says an individual resulting from interbreeding or diverse breed, seed breed, entry to, sense one, or strain, especially one of unknown ancestry. A cross down the bottom, a cross between types of persons or things. Wow. Let's go to Cambridge. What do they say? They say used to describe something of what? Mixed origin. So what a lot of people don't realize, by the time we get to the 1st century, it's all kind of Israelites. Because what was Israel's job to do? Israel's first job was to do what? To go into all the nations and convert them, consume them. Y'all come with us. That's their job. When Yeshua come back, He gonna try to convert. Well, not try. He is gonna convert all of the real people, the ones that really follow Him. 1,000 years, He gonna teach everybody on the face of the earth, everybody coming up year to year, all flesh. But let's go to Deuteronomy, because I'm building something right here. But watch this. This is how Israel used to. When they went to a certain people and war with a certain people, this is what they would do. This is Deuteronomy 20:10 through 18. When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it, and it shall be, if it make thee answer of peace and open unto thee, then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be called tributaries unto thee, and they shall serve thee. What is tributary? They paying you money. You taxing them. And if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee, then thou shalt besiege it. And when the Most High thy Elohim hath delivered it into thine hands, thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword. Every male with the edge of the sword. What do you mean every male? This is how He got rid of a people. He would do what? Kill every grown male, big males that can make babies. He would kill them all. But the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shalt thou take unto thyself, and thou shalt eat the spoil with thine enemies, with the Most High thy Elohim, which the Most High thy Elohim giveth you. So if they came against a place that was peaceful with them, we'll let y'all stay where y'all at. We'll let you stay where you at. You got to pay us money and you got to serve us. But if you don't, we come to a city and they against us, we kill all of the men. That's what the YouTube, that's what the Bible say. That's not what Brother Ronnie's saying. Because they'll show pop some up there. They'll show pop some up there. But the woman and the little ones and the cattle and all that's in the city, what do? They take the children and the women and they become a part of them. That's what they did. That's what they did. They killed all of the men, these women and these little ones. And guess what them women and them little ones going to do later on? They probably marrying the little ones of the Israelites. They became one and the same. But let's go. Keep it moving. Chapter 15. Thus shalt thou do unto all the cities which are very far from thee, which are not of the cities of these nations, but of the cities of these people, which the Most High thy God doth give thee for inheritance. Thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth. But thou shalt utterly destroy these right here, namely who? The Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which are all Hamites. All of these people that naming are Hamites, as the Most High thy Elohim have commanded thee. Why? That they teach you not to do after all their abominations. This these same people. This is not all of the races. He just naming them. These are the ones he said, don't marry them. So should ye sin against the Most High your Elohim. Now, let's go to another law. Again, we're going to see what they do. This is when you do this also when you go to war against another nation. It said, when thou go forth to war against thine enemies, and the Most High thy God have delivered them into thine hand, and thou hast taken them captive, and see amongst the captives a beautiful woman. So you going against these people, these captive, you going up against them, and you see a beautiful woman. Watch this. And hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest make her to thy wife. So the first group, let's go back. The first group up here, the one right here, you see what they can do? Because they take the little ones and they keep the women alive. So you, an Israelite, can see a beautiful woman from another nation. And when you run around it, from another nation, see a beautiful woman and has a desire that thou wouldest have her to be thy concubine. No, you don't say that. Thou would her to have her just be your plaything. No, it don't say that. It says thy wife. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, cut her nails, shave her head, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thy house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. Give her time, because she gonna be upset. Her life has been just torn upside down. What she knew is gone, but she don't know you going to a better way of life, sister. And bewail her father and her mother a full month, and after that thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. And it shall be, if thou shalt have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go with all she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Don't sell her. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. He said, don't sell her, brother. But anyway, we're going to show you that this is what they do. This is how they did. This is when the Most High did this to the Midianites. This happened to the Midianites because they taught the children of Israel, idolatry and all that. So the Most High had to get rid of them. He said, now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known man by lying with him. But all the women, children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. Yeah. Hold on, Lewis. We gonna get to all of that, brother Lewis. We gonna get to all of it, brother. We gonna get to all of it. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. 27 in here. Thank y'all, 27 of y'all, for coming in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the Bible and we're going to show some interracial or international marrying going on, right? And what people don't realize is Jacob had 12 sons. He had 12 sons. They had one sister. One. Where they get their wives from? They married other people, but them other people came to their way of life. I'm trying to tell you this. But Joseph and Asenath. Well, this is when Joseph was in and this next one that we're getting ready to read, it can really be very inspirational to you if you are down in life. Joseph was down in life. Man, brothers tried to get rid of him, you know, found himself in prison. But we're going to read Genesis 41, 40 through 45, and then 50 to 51. It says, then we skip to 50 to 51. Let's just all just listen, guys. But Genesis, it says 40 to 45, 50 to 51. This is what Pharaoh said to Joseph. Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled. This brother getting out of jail because he, told the king some things, revealed some things to the king, and look what happened for him. Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than you. Joseph, number 2. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee all over the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand, and arrayed himself in vestures of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. And he made him to ride in the second. Put him in some new wheels, new car. You believe the Most High for a new car? He can bless you with a new ride. And he made him to ride in the second chariot which he had, and they cried before him, bow the knee, and he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. Hebrew Israelites shouldn't be in politics. What the world is this? I don't want to be in this wicked world system politics, but if you want to get into that stuff, you think you can make some changes in your local government, go ahead, do that there. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name, he gave him an Egyptian name, Zaphath-Paneah, and he gave him to wife Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On. You said, who the priest of On? Oh no. There was a city in Egypt which was like the center of sun worship. See, now why did Joseph get to marry her? Because she's not gonna sway Joseph. Joseph, if you read up on him, you know he kept his integrity all the time. Woman trying to sleep with him. What you doing? He ran up out his clothes. I believe that was Joseph. Now, yeah, because that's why he ended up in jail. Yeah, he said, Jacob, I have loved Esau. That is true. All of that is true. But we're going to deal with Esau today too, y'all. Y'all ain't got to worry about Esau. Worry about Esau. It says, all right, y'all. We're not here to fuss and fight. We're not here to do that. Whatever you believe, you believe. Let's focus on the message today. Let's focus on the message. It says, and unto Joseph were born 2 sons, hold on, I skipped some. He says, he's saying he married Asenath and Joseph went out all over the land of Egypt, and unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, which Asenath, the daughter of Pethuel, the priest of On, bare unto him. There they go. That's an Egyptian with a Hebrew. That's interracial marriage right there. Right there. Another nation marrying another nation. And they had children, 2 mixed children, 2 mongrels. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Massena. And for the Most High said he, have made me forget all my toil and all my father's house. And the name of the second he called Ephraim. The northern house, a lot of the times, is known as Ephraim, from 2 mixed children. But let's go to Moses and Zipporah. You said, Brother Ronnie, where you get these pictures? This is just from some movie called The Prince of Egypt. You know, I just got the pictures from there. But let's go to Exodus 2:21-23. This is Moses. And this is when Moses helped his father-in-law's shepherd daughters against these guys. And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also to call him an Egyptian. Why? Because that's where Moses was living. But guess what Moses did? He said, I ain't going to enjoy no pleasures. That's what he just ran away from. So they called him an Egyptian. It says, delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter, and she bare him a son, and she called his name Gershom. And he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. He called Gershom that because I've been a stranger in a strange land. What strange land did he just come from? Egypt. What strange land is he in now? Midian. But let's go to Moses and the Ethiopian one. We're going to see the Most High. What's his attitude towards? And again, I know Moses. Charlton Heston is not the Moses. This just a picture. Moses and the Ethiopian woman. Moses and the Ethiopian woman. Watch this. Let's go to Numbers 12:1-5. It says, Miriam and Aaron oppose Moses. Numbers 12:1-5. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because the Ethiopian woman whom he had married. Wait. Why did they speak against Moses? And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman. That's a Cushite woman. That's a Hamite woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian. This is the reason. They spoke out against him marrying somebody that was not an Israelite. And they said, why did the Most High allow Moses to do this? Because Moses already knew. And Most High knew ain't nobody swaying Moses. Man, Moses is the man. Let's keep it moving. And they said, hath the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken by us also? And the Most High heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek or humble above all the men which were on the face of the earth. And the Most High spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and said, come out, ye three. You three, get yourselves out here right now, right here. And they 3 came out. Moses said, hey, I ain't do nothing while I'm here. You the witness, Moses. And the Most High came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. So we're going to skip to verse 9-14, but it said, and the anger was kindled. The anger of the Most High was kindled against them. Why? That's why. Who are you to speak against my servant Moses? Who are you? Oh my goodness. This is why. Let's again. And that's why. But back at it, and the anger of the Most High was kindled. They spoke out against his interracial marriage or international marriage. That's what they fought out against. his interethnic marriage. Are you speaking out against people that's doing it the right way? Sometimes we don't realize the little insidious things that little foxes. The Bible says the little foxes that spoil the vine. Those little bitty things can mess your blessings up. You got to inventory ourselves. Are we harboring some kind of hate? Are we not all the way right according to the Most High? They're doing. We talk about the NBA players. That's what they do when they get all their money. You know what they go do. That's their business. Who you married to? That's who you need to worry about. Those that are say, you shouldn't do that. Who are you? Brother Ronnie, you gonna make people stop watching. I don't care. It was just me for a minute. Do you think I care? And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, and he departed. And it's a million people living in my city. Y'all start watching. I shut it down and go. We go and get a building. That's what I'm going to look at tomorrow. Actually, still gonna be live streaming though. Going tomorrow to look. Me and Deacon Jeff got to go on forward with this thing. In the part of town that I hope this the place for us. In the part of town that I grew up in, wouldn't that be nice and wonderful? Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that, Sister Erica. Not disagreeing with that at all. But she wasn't an Israelite, and in the Most High destroyed the Midianites. And then they came into the young ones came into the ladies, and the young ones came into Israel. Never said that she wasn't a matter of fact, I think you said that a few weeks ago in one of the classes that we were doing. I can't recall what class it was. But yeah. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. She what? Why? Because it is. Because it is. They're trying to say. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one as he said, we done sinned. What did they do? They spoke against who he had married. Look at him. God speaking to him, huh? He go do that. He speak to us too? This wrong what he doing. No, it's not. No, nobody wasn't gonna sway nobody gonna sway Moses from following the Most High. Just like don't you let nobody sway you from following the Most High. And Aaron said to Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly. Watch your mouth. If people are interracially married the biblical way, you watch your mouth. Keep your mouth off them folks. But we're going to keep it pushing, though. But you said, Brother Randy, you just showed us. You done showed us men marrying women. Did any Hebrew women marry men of another race? Yes. Oh boy. What about women marrying men of another race? Yes, it's in the Bible too. Let's go to Leviticus. Let's see how this worded. This was punishment for blasphemy, because we already know the children of Israel mixed with Egypt. It said the son of an Israelite, if a son of an Israelitish woman, that's a woman that's of Israel, whose father was an Egyptian. So an Israelite woman married an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman son blasphemed the name. But the thing that I'm trying to show you is that Israelite women did marry Egyptian men. They did it. They did it. Uriah and Bathsheba. Wait a minute, brother. And you wait a minute, brother Riley. Uriah the Hittite. Uriah the Hittite. And Bathsheba. 2 Samuel 11, 1-3. And it came to pass after the year was expired, at the time when the kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon. They did what? They destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof, he saw a woman washing herself. There go your pornography right there. Not that David was seeking after porn. He just happened to go on his roof and look. But what he doing? He's seeing a naked woman bathing. But what happened? And from the roof, he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very big. She was fine. A dime piece, no doubt. Was very beautiful. The Bible says she was very beautiful. Extremely beautiful. Brick house. Stacked. And David said, I got to have her. And sin and inquired after the woman and one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? Now, some people, they try to see, no, he just lived there. He just lived there. And they don't say that. You inserting that. But let's go ahead and read that, though. This is the Jewish Virtual Library. It said Uriah, the name of 4 biblical figures. In one case, the variant of Uriah, the most important of these is Uriah the Hittite, listed as one of David's heroes in 2 Samuel 23:39. While Uriah was away on one of David's campaigns, and the king noticed his young wife, Bathsheba, bathing on the roof of her house. He had the young woman brought to him and lay with her. Blah, blah. We all know that story. Let's skip down to the second paragraph. It said, there have been many attempts by scholars to explain the origin and name of Uriah. Gunkel dismissed the whole story as a legend having no historical basis. We know that ain't true. It's in the scripts. However, the story may have been well based, and Uriah could have been one of the original Jebusite inhabitants of Jerusalem. People don't know that the Jebusite or the Hibusi people, when the children of Israel went to take over the land of Canaan, which ain't nothing but Jerusalem, it was some people there. Dime piece, no doubt. One of them silver dimes, not these fake dimes with some alloy in them. We talking about them old dimes. You know, if everybody, I know I was telling one brother a couple years ago about, hey man, you need to, it's all right if somebody, he said, your wife must be white. My wife heard me. I had him on speakerphone, and my wife heard him. My wife said, nope, I'm black. He said, oh, brother Ronnie, your wife must be white. Don't matter. She could have been. So what? If she keep these commandments, who cares? But it said he was one of the original Hibusi people. This people from David conquered that city. We're going to skip down. It says down on the last yellow with the asterisk, it said Hura, perhaps from the same root, suggests that Uriah may have been a high official or perhaps the intended successor of that last Jebusite ruler of Jerusalem. Whatever he did, he became Israel. That's what he became. That's how it works. We destroy y'all. Y'all come on in. You pick. We can kill you. You're going to circumcise. You're going to keep these commandments. You're going to keep these feast days. You're going to be just like one of us. Let's go to the book of Esther. Esther? Yes, Esther. Was Esther a Hebrew Israelite? Yes. Who was her husband? Osiris. Who was he? A Medo-Persian. We ain't going to read a lot. We're just going to read a few verses out of it. We're going to read Esther chapter 1:1, Esther chapter 2:17, Esther 8:17. Oh, I don't leave no rock unturned. Trying to tell y'all. Hit that like button. We got 17 likes, 28 in here. Hit that like button. Now it came to pass in the days of Azarias. This is Azarias, which reigned from India even to Ethiopia over 127 provinces. His kingdom vast. Skip to chapter 2:17. And the king loved Esther, not Easter, Esther or Hadassah. That's the Hebrew way to say. I like Hadassah better. Above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown, put that thing on her head, and made her queen instead of Vashti. You know, the one who didn't want her. He said, come on out here, girl, let these folks see you. And she was like, whatever. Nah. He was like, get her up out of here. He said, we can't have this. We can't have her disrespecting me in front of everybody. They're gonna make everybody, all the other people think they can do that to their husbands. But today, that's what it's like. Women just disrespecting their husband left and right. Telling him, we saw one man, wife make him slap somebody. They go up there, slap, pop. Yeah, control over that, brother. Mind control. And I like Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? I love the brother. I watched some of his movies. Esther 8:17. If I ever meet him, give him the gospel. Hey, brother Will. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, brother. You know? Shabbat, man. We got to keep the Sabbath, man. We got to follow the 10 commandments, man. I ain't changing. Say it to whoever. And in chapter 8, verse 17, and in every province and in every city whithersoever the king's commandments and his decree came, the Jews had a joy and gladness, a feast and a good day. And many of the people of the land became Jews. Of what land? The land where Azarias ruled, from India to Ethiopia. They became Jews. They converted over. Right. Ruth and Boaz. No, brother running. No, not Ruth and Boaz. Yes, Ruth and Boaz. But Ruth was already she became an Israelite. You got some people out here, they say, oh no, Ruth, she wasn't no Moabite. She just lived there. Right. Okay. You got they even go so far as to when she said, I'm gonna serve my God, I'm gonna be with you and your God, Naomi. Well, that word God there, that means judge. Right. Let's read this though. Ruth 1:1. It came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there was famine in the land, and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn to the country of Moab. He and his wife and his 2 sons. So he had 2 sons. And the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife was Naomi. And the name of his 2 sons was Mahlon and Chilion. They were Ephrathites of Bethlehem, Judah. And they came into the country of Moab and continued there. And Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left and her 2 sons. And they took them wives of women of Moab. The one was named Oprah, and the other was Ruth. Oprah went back to her God. Mm-hmm. And the women took them wives of the women of Moab. The name of one was Orpah, not Oprah Winfrey. Her and Steve Harvey, it's more than one way to God. What? Get out of here. That money make you say stupid stuff. You ain't gonna make me say nothing stupid. Because I've been all my life without money. Yeah, she said that. Steve Harvey recently said that. He had on, I think he went over to what they call the Middle East. And he had the garb on, and he was like, man, it's more than one way to God. One thing, man, just I said, wow, Steve, stop that. Yeah. Survey says, yeah. That Family Feud money, them messed them up. Come holler at me, Steve. I watched your show. What was it called? The Steve Harvey Show. I watched that. Come over here and keep these commandments, brother, and donate to the ministry. Watch the Most High bless you tremendously. It says, and they took them wives of the women of Moab. The name of one was Ophrah, and the other was Ruth, and they dwelled there about 10 years. And Mahlon and Chilion, they died. They didn't have kids. So guess who? See, when Ruth married one of Naomi's sons, she's no longer a Moabitess. That's like her maiden status. Now she Israel status. But since they didn't have no seed, guess what? Boaz was the kinsman redeemer. But anyway, let's go to Gad the seer just to prove this out. A lot of people, Gad the seer, brother Randy, that ain't scriptures. It's in your Bible. 1 Chronicles 29:29. Now the acts of David the king, first and last, behold, they are written in the book of Samuel the seer, and in the book of Nathan the prophet, and in the book of Gad the seer. So we're gonna look at Gad the seer, chapter 3. The Moabite. Watch this. Now, when the feast of Passover, we just came out of the Passover season. When the feast of Passover came on the 50th day of the first month, a Moabite shepherd came to David and talked with him, saying, "My Lord and King, you have known that I, your servant, have been loyal to Israel from my youth, and now take me away from dwelling among uncircumcised people, and circumcise the flesh of my foreskin to take away my reproach, so that I can sit among your people." That's how you get into Israel. If you a man, you come over, you do what they do. We're going to show you that. He said, take away my reproach. I want to be with Israel. I want to be with them. Israel. Let me in, brother. Let me in now. Let me in now. And the Most High does not want your people. And David said, the Most High does not want your people. And he commanded, and as he commanded, an Ammonite or a Moabite shall not enter into the assembly of the Most High forever. He quoting Deuteronomy, David quoting Deuteronomy 23:3. Watch this. And he said, and we cannot seek your peace nor your prosperity. We did read that today. We read that today. The servant answered, is it not it true that Ruth was of our people, and you are one of the children of and descendants, and the Most High have chosen you and your descendants forever? Then said he, David said, brother, you have given a convincing argument. Stand here with me to ask from the mount of from the Most High. And David asked the Most High about the statement of the Moabite servant. And David said, Oh Yahweh of hosts, teach me wondrous things out of your law, so that I might know how to rule for this servant and what should be done with him. And the Most High said to Nathan the prophet, Go tell David my servant, and tell him the message that I tell you. And Nathan went to David to his chamber, saying, This is what the Most High of hosts says. I have heard your prayer, so tell the Moabite, you are a Moabite man, not a Moabite woman. For I never said a Moabite and an Ammonite woman, because their women and daughters belong to the Most High. However, you are cursed by the Most High and forbidden to enter into the Lord's assembly. When the Moabite heard the message of Yahweh, he cried out and exclaimed, I am forbidden from entering the assembly of Yahweh. And the king took him and appointed him. And so David, he said, this is what I will do for you. Took him and appointed him a shepherd among David's shepherds. And he was there until the 3rd year of the reign of King Solomon. Then he died. And he had a daughter whose name was Sapphira. She had a beautiful form and was very fair to look upon. King Solomon took her to be his concubine, and she found grace and favor in his sight more than all the other concubines, and she became the chief of the concubines' residence. And this became the statute in Israel forever. Is it an idiom, Brother Lewis? I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here to say and say I know. I'm brother. I don't know. That's how the Most High preserves them people, them women. But let's go to another case. Let's go to a case. We finna see that the Israelite, even though these dudes were playing a trick, they let you know you can do this. This is how you become part of Israel. We're almost done. We ain't got much more. This is Dinah when she was defiled by Shechem, the son of Hammer the Hivite. One of the people on the list that we don't supposed to mix with, it say. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hammer the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah his daughter. Now his sons were in with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly. Well, you say first, well, I'll go back to it for you. You can write it down. First Chronicles 29:29. You can turn back there yourself. Let me make sure I put the right scripture down. Hold on. Let me go back. Huh? Oh. Okay. Okay. But what did what did he do? They defiled her. I mean, Shechem defiled her, but he liked her. Now, let's keep it pushing at verse 8. And Haman communed with them, saying, the soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give him her to wife, and make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, let me find grace in your eyes. He said, let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me, I will give. He loved Dinah that much. Wow, she must have been fine. He going through all this. He said, ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as ye shall say unto me, but give me the damsel to wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, because he have defiled Dinah her sister, their sister. And they said unto him, we cannot do this thing, to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. But in this we will consent unto you, if ye will be as we be. You got to be like we be. Dinah an Israelite. Shechem is a Hivite. He's a Hivite. We finna show you that this dude did what was necessary to do it, but Reuben, they did wrong. You can read back when the Most High was given, I think it was Simeon and Levi, not Reuben. Simeon and Levi. He said they have become instruments of cruelty because they did this right here. They said, then we will give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. That's how the Israelites did it. That's how we're supposed to do it today. But if ye will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then we will take our daughter and we will be gone. And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem. They were saying, we're going to become Israelites because my son loved this woman. And the young man deferred not to do the thing because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. But so these men, Hamer, Shechem, and all their men, they circumcised themselves, but Simeon and them went and murdered them while they were circumcised. They couldn't move. And you can be circumcised. I'm glad that's why they do it when you're a baby. Yeah, man. So we're going to go to the next one. We're going to go to so we just got through talking about Dinah. We're going to talk about her again. This is the Old Testament. I'm not saying this scriptures, but this is what the ancients believed. Here I got it right here. Right here. I'm not saying this is what they believe, though. Well, who you talking about? Job and Dinah. Mm-hmm. Y'all do know Job was an Edomite, don't you? People don't know that. But this is the Testament of Job. You can find this in the Old Testament pseudepigrapha. The title, the book of the words of Job, the one called Jobab. It says, we'll go to the yellow. It says, for let's see, verse 5. I'll start at verse 5. I am your father, Job, fully engaged in endurance. He talking to his children. Not the ones that died when he got tested, but these are the ones later on in his life when the Most High healed him and everything. He says, but you are chosen and honored and are an honored race, but from the seed of Jacob and the father of your mother. Who? Dinah. He said, for I am from the sons of Esau, the brother of Jacob, of whom is your mother, Dinah. So Job marries Dinah, but he calling the kids Israel. When you marry an Israelite, that make you an Israelite. If you keeping the commandments. Let's go down to the yellow in the first column on the left. It said reference is made probably to Jobab of Genesis 36:33. You can read that on your own. Who is described as the second king of Edom. This suggests a settling in the patriarchal era confirmed by Job's genealogy from the sons of Esau, blah, blah, blah. It's similar stuff right there. You can read it on your own. But where was Job from? Job 1:1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright and one who feared Yah and eschewed evil. That's Job used to be an Edomite until he converted. But let's go to Lamentations. Where is Uz? Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. Just showing you where it is. But let's go to, because your brother, I'm showing you men getting with Israelite women. We're going to go to the New Testament and show you. Acts 16:1-3. Then came he to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there, named Timotheus or Timothy, the son of a certain woman, which was a Jewess, and believed, but his father was a Greek. See, now racist Hebrew Israelite, what they'll tell you is, oh, damn it, he was a Hebrew living like a Greek. No, if it would have said Grecian right there, you would have me, because in the Bible, when it says Greek, it always meant a real Greek. And if it said Grecian, it meant a Hebrew that imitated the ways of Greeks. Yeah, look it up on your own. We're going to show you that anyway, though. But it said, but what, Timothy, what was your mama? She was a Jewess. And what she do? And she believed. But his father was a Greek, which was well reported of by the brethren that were at Lystra and Iconium. Him would Paul have to go forth with him, and took and circumcised him because of the Jews which were in those quarters, for they all knew that his father was a Greek, not a Hebrew living like a Greek, a Greek. But let's look at that word Jewish. That word Jewish is Eodeos. It said Jew, of Judea, Jewish belonging to the Jewish nations, Jewish as respects to birth, origin, religion. Greek, let's look at his father was a Greek. That word is Helen. Helen Keller, you know. a Greek either by nationality, whether a native of mainland or of Greek islands of colonies. This a real Greek, you know, from Javan. You know, the chart Javan under Japheth, which are the Greeks. It's in a wider sense, the name embraces all nations that are what? Not Jews. Or you're a Jew living like a Greek. Man, stop. That made the language, customs, and learning of Greeks their own. The primary reference is to difference of religion and worship. But it says, inhabitant of Hellas, by extension, a Greek-speaking person, especially a non-Jew, Gentile, Greek. But in case you don't believe me, we're going to go to their favorite Bible dictionary. I'm talking about for hate mongers, guys. There's a lot of hate mongers out there. This is their Bible. They love Ham's Undervin Compact Bible. It says Ham, the youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. Right? But let's go in this same Bible dictionary. We're going to go to the word Greece, Greek, Grecian. Greece. It says Greece. Grecia, Grecians. Grecia, Greece, the home of the Hellenes. And it says, but Greeks and Grecians, however, are to be distinguished. Greeks are generally those of Hellenic race. It says, example, Acts 16:1, 18:4, and probably John 12:20. But the word may be used to indicate non-Jews, foreigners, and aliens. It says Grecians, but on the other hand, Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews, folk of the dispersion from areas predominantly Greek. So back here, if it would have said that his father was a Grecian, then you would be correct in saying, well, that's a Hebrew that was living like a Greek, but it don't say that. You got to know the difference. But look at this. We already read this one in the middle. We just read that back here, but we're going to read the word Grecian, which if it was in place back there of Timothy's father, he would have been a Hebrew Israelite. But this word is Hellenistes, a Hellenist. It said one who imitates the manners and customs or the worship of the Greeks and the use of the Greek tongue. This is why a lot of those people that teach all this hate, they don't like Strong's and concordances. They like to hide behind the King James Elizabethan English. Some stuff is not translated as really good. One who imitates the manners and customs or the worship of the Greeks. And it said using the New Testament of Jews born in foreign lands and speaking Greek. There you go. So you already see it there. So this interracial marriage thing we're talking about. When is it not right to intermarry? When they're of another religion. If I'm black and I see an Egyptian, this is just an example. My wife is not an Egyptian, but if I'm black and my wife is Egyptian, or let's say she is Colombia, she from Colombia and I'm black, but if we both believe in Yeshua HaMashiach, keep the law, statutes, and commandments, it's okay for us to marry. We both Israel at that point. But if I'm black, and I'm gonna put if I'm black and the other person is Colombian, but they don't believe, I shouldn't marry them. I should not marry them. Let me even take it this far. If I'm black and whoever I'm married, they black, I believe and she don't believe, we still ain't supposed to get married. You ain't supposed to marry somebody that's like you if they don't believe like you believe. It's gonna be trouble. Second Corinthians 6:14-17. What does it say? What does it say? Yeah, that's right, Sister Rhiannon. That is correcto. 2 Corinthians 6:14-17. We getting through it. Be ye not, Paul said, be ye not equally yoked together with unbelievers. What is that? Sinners. For what fellowship have righteousness? That's keeping the law. Bro, Run, how you know that? It's scrolling. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. It says that, he said, for what fellowship have righteousness, that's the law, with unrighteousness? That's people that's lawless, sinners. And what communion have light with darkness? And what concord have Christ with Belial? That's an epithet of Satan. What concord have Hamashiach with the devil? Or what part that he that believeth with an infidel? One that believe in an infidel is one who don't believe. And what agreement have the temple of Yah with idols? For ye are the temple of the living Elohim. You the temple of the Most High Yah. And you worshiping idols, Christmas trees, Easter eggs, and the like. You worshiping yourself on your birthday. What would that be like? You get to the judgment. So and so step forward. It's time for your judgment. Here's the book of your life right here. He opened it up. You worship other gods. What do you mean? I didn't worship no other gods. Let's say you worshiped you. What? It's gonna be a sinking feeling, a sinking, stinking feeling for a lot of people. A sinking, stinking feeling. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, said the Most High. Get away from people that don't keep the commandments. You can't be with them. You can't. Why would you marry them? Y'all gonna be clashing heads all the time. Even if, let's just say, Sunday Christian with somebody who not. A Sunday Christian, you know they strict. No smoking. You get with somebody they smoking. That ain't gonna work. They, most Sunday Christians, they ain't gonna drink neither. They ain't gonna drink. Oh no, brother. We can't do that. It ain't gonna work. No religion. If you a different religion, it's not going to work. Let's go to 1 Kings. This is why the Most High did this, folks. So Solomon went and did what the Most High told him not to do. It said, but King Solomon loved many strange women. That's in the Septuagint say a lover of women. He just was a lover of women, just loved them. Together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. What you doing, Solomon? Why? What happened? Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them. We saw the list. Nobody from Japheth was on the list. And people, Edomites. You do know Esau came out of an Israelite, right? You know he a Shemite, right? He just jumped from being under Shem to jumping all the way over to Japheth. Stop it. Well, he went into Rome. I can show Esau going to every nation. I can show it to you. Matter of fact, we gonna show it to you. We gonna show it to you. Why, Most High? Why? You shall not go into them, neither shall they come into you. For surely they will turn your heart after their gods. That's why he, in the Bible, when he said don't marry another nation, that was always a reason. Because they're going to turn you away. Don't marry anybody that's in here that believe in the law, statutes, and commandments. Do not marry anybody. My children, do not marry anyone who's not keeping these commandments. You're going to have sorrows if you do. Heartache, pain, distress. You're going to have it. Oh, and his heart was not perfect. His heart was not perfect. They try to tell you, yeah, you just shouldn't do it. But let's go to Esau. I'm going to show you Esau marrying everybody. But Israel, they say Israel can go into all the nations, but Esau can't go into all the nations. I'm going to show you Esau going into all the nations too. Genesis 28, 6-9. It says, when Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padanaram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a chance, saying, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Why? because they're going to turn your heart. And that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother and was gone to Pandanaram. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then went Esau to Ishmael. Ishmael was a half Hebrew, half Egyptian. That's Ham. And took unto the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebajoth, to be his wife. But let's skip. Let's see. Let's go to Genesis 36, 1 through 4. We're going to see. Now, these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, out of the daughter of Elon the Hittite. So Hamites. And he did, I didn't put it in here, it's in Jasher chapter 80 something, I think, where the Edomites intermarried with the Romans. Now that's Japheth. So we can see him with Ham. He already started out in Shem, and then he go into Japheth. Matter of fact, where's my book of Jasher? Let me pull that up. Let's pull that up. Here we go. Now it's chapter 90. Jasher chapter 90. It says, at that time, in the 5th year after the children of Israel had passed over the Jordan, after the children of Israel had rested from their war with the Canaanites, at that time great and severe battles rose between Edom and the children of Chittim. And the children of Chittim fought against Esau. But you skip ahead to verse 30, you will see it said, he then heard that Edom had revolted from under the hand of Chittim, and Latinus went to them and smote them and subdued them and placed them under the hand of the children of Chittim, and Edom became one kingdom with the children of Chittim all the days. So we see him in three, he in all three seed lines, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. But he took daughters of Canaan. Didn't you just hear your daddy say don't do that, Esau? But he did it anyway. Isaac said, and Rebekah said, don't marry them. From Heth, none of them Canaanites. He said, and Basemath, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Naboth, and Adar bare to Esau Eliphaz. That's one of Job's friends in Job. You can read that. But let's keep it pushing. Caleb the spy. Guess what he was? He was an Edomite that came over to Israel, folks. How long did the Most High put a prohibition on the Edomites? Third generation, folks. But let's look at Numbers 13, 1 to 2, then we skip to 6. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, this is when they were sending spies in there. He said, now send thou men that thou mayst search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel, of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, everyone a ruler among them. Of the tribe of Judah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh. Let's look up Jephunneh. Eastern Bible Dictionary or any Bible dictionary will tell you this. It means, Jephunneh means nimble or a beholder. The father of Caleb, who was Joshua's companion in exploring Canaan. He was also a Kenizzite. Okay. Let's go look up Kenizzite in the Bible. Numbers 32, 11 to 12. I'm tired of it, man. Surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me. Except who? Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, and Joshua, the son of Nun, for they have wholly followed me. Kenizzite, look it up. Let's look that up. It says Kenizzite or Kenizzite, descendants of Kenaz. The thing will be, who is Kenaz? Go back to Esau. Genealogy, pick it up at chapter 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons. Eliphaz. Then we just see Eliphaz. The son of Ada, the wife of Esau, Reuel, the son of Basemath, the wife of Esau, and the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Katam, and Kenaz. Look up Kenaz. See what all you got to do? It says Kenaz means hunter. Wasn't Esau a hunter? Yes. Son of Eliphaz and grandson of Esau, one of the dukes of Edom. Stop. Let's keep it pushing. Smith Bible Dictionary. Jephunah. Father, this Smith Bible. Father, it said, for whom a way is prepared. Father of Caleb the spy appears to have belonged to an Edomite tribe called the Kenizzites from Kenaz, their founder. You can look this. Oh, here we go. We already been to these places. Let's go to Ezekiel. Now, this is how you get some inheritance. Ezekiel 47:22. Thus said the Lord God, this shall be the border whereby ye shall inherit the land according to the 12 tribes of Israel. Joshua shall have 2 portions. What 2 portions? Ephraim and Manasseh. Remember? Interracial marriage there with Asenath. Skip to 22. And it shall come to pass that ye shall divide it by lot for an inheritance unto you, and to the strangers that sojourn among you, which shall beget children among you. Strangers? Begetting children? Because they mixing. Israel's job is to engulf the world. Which shall beget children among you, and they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel. They shall have an inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel. Stranger. They like to play games. A guest. By implication, a foreigner, alien, sojourner, stranger. Stop playing. Joshua 14:13-14. And Joshua, now this is doing this law right here. Joshua doing this law that we just read right here. We're gonna see Joshua doing it. Joshua 14:13. And Joshua blessed him and gave unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh Hebron for an inheritance. Jephunneh was an Edomite. He came up out of there, folks. Now I'm gonna tell you, it ain't but 2 type of people in this world: Jacob and Esau. Jacob, righteous people. Esau, sinner people. You got to come out. Either side can go either way. That's how the Most High see it. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite unto this day, because that he wholly followed the Most High. He was the son of Jephunneh, who was, and we already looked it up. He was the son of a Jephunneh used to be an Edomite. Used to be. You can read in Josephus how they came over. When Hyrcanus, he told them Edomites, you got to convert, circumcise, do what we do. That's how they did it. In the first century, they were still doing it that way. Sorry guys, I ain't been monitoring y'all chats really. It's so many. My apologies. Numbers 14:23-24. Surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoke me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he have another spirit within him, and holy, this is why he get it, folks. You get it. Now let's go to the next one. They said, Brother Ronnie, you didn't mention Ezra chapter 9, 1-2. And verse 14, you didn't mention that. Okay, we're going to go there. You know, when the children of Israel coming out of Babylonian captivity, they rebuilding everything. It says, now when these things were done, the princes came to me saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to not separated themselves from the peoples of the lands, doing according to their abominations. Even who? The Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, and the Ammonites, and the Moabites, and the Egyptians, and look at all of these people that's listed right there. That's very, very important. You see all these people that's listed. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the peoples of those lands. They married these people that were doing what? The abominations. Watch this. Verse 14. Should we again break thy commandments and join in affinity with the peoples of these abominations? Wouldst thou be angry with us till thou hast consumed us, so that there would be no remnant nor escaping? This is what they did, but we're going to skip to Nehemiah chapter 13. Because they'll say, yeah, that mixed multitude that you was talking about in Exodus, the Most High separated them from all them. Okay, we're going to show you something. Nehemiah 13, 1-3. No, we're 1-8, I should say, not 1-3. Got to get these eyes right, man. 1-8. Somehow it looked like the little spaces disappeared off the 8. I'll send it to you, Proverbs. I'll send it to you. The Josephus. On that day, they read in the book of Moses in the audience of the people, and therein was found written that the Ammonite and the Moabite should not come into the congregation of the Most High forever. Whoa. This is what they're talking about in Ezra right here. But who did Ezra mention? Ezra mentioned all of these people right here, but the ones that we're going to show you, the ones that they separated from. That they read it in the scriptures that the Ammonite and what the rest of the people that Ezra is just talking about right here. We're going to show you. Because y'all say, well, in verse 3, it says, now it came to pass when they heard the law that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude that was doing wrong. Y'all need to stop. Don't play the all game with me. Please don't play the all game with me. Because guess what I can go to? I can go to Romans, where it say, in Adam all die, and then it says in Hamashiach all live. Now, in Adam all die, right? And because no, see, that's just talking about Hebrew. No. In Adam, the first Adam, that was the first man born, all die. We all die today. But in Yeshua, all shall live. We know all ain't gonna live. All don't always mean all. Stop playing. I'm gonna do a teaching called all. Y'all need to cut that out. All. The Ammonite and the Moabites. That's when they get them out of here. It says, and before this, Eliashab the priest, having the oversight of the chamber of to show you, we're gonna show you something real quick that most folks read right over. And before this, Eliashib the priest, having the oversight of the chamber of the house of our God, was allied unto Tobiah. You say, who is Tobiah? Who? Let's look him up. Tobiah. It said it means the Jehovah is good. Head of a family who returned from the exile with Zerubbabel, but were not able to prove their connection with Israel. This is not that Tobiah, even though this dude can prove his connection. What that mean? No inheritance, brother. But this is the one we're talking about. The Ammonite who with Sanballat opposed the rebuilding of Jerusalem. Watch this. Now we're going to go to another book. This is a great book. It's called Everyone in the Bible by Barker and Revell. Get this book. So if you ever confused as to who somebody is in the Bible, is that the same person? This book is a great resource. I bought this maybe like 4 or 5 years ago in right outside Nashville. Zachariah and Zedem. You're gonna have to. I don't understand the question. It's called Everyone in the Bible. Barker, Barker, and Revell, Revell. But we're gonna go to Tobiah. It said one whose descendants returned. That's not the one we're talking about. No, we want number 2. One whose descendants returned to Jerusalem after the exile. Tobiah and his family had the misfortune and stigma of not being able to trace their ancestry and established their relationship to one of the tribes. That's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about number 2. A half-Jewish Ammonite who tried to thwart Nehemiah's plans to rebuild Jerusalem after the exile. This Tobiah had important family connections in Jerusalem and stirred up opposition against Nehemiah. He was thrown out of his quarters in the temple by Nehemiah and joined Sanballat, the Persian governor, in protest to the Persian king of Nehemiah. So watch this. We're going to go to Nehemiah. Pick it back up in Nehemiah, verse 5. What did Eliashib, what did he do? And he prepared a great chamber for Tobiah, where aforetime they had laid the meat offerings, the frankincense, and the vessels, and the tithes of corn, the new wine, and the oil, which was commanded to be given to the Levites and the singers and the porters and the offerings of the priests. But in all this time was not I at Jerusalem. Nehemiah said, they did this when I wasn't there. Eliashib, he did that when I wasn't there. For in the 32nd year of Artaxerxes, king of Babylon, came I unto the king, and after certain days obtained I leave of the king. And I came to Jerusalem and understood the evil that Eliashib did for Tobiah in preparing him a chamber in the courts of the house. Put this Ammonite who he said y'all can't even have them, marry them. The Moabites and the Ammonites are the folks from the mixed multitude that they sent away. They sent them away. But anyway, let's keep reading. But why? In those days, also I saw Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon and Moab. What are the Egyptians, the Perizzites, and the stop. And their children spake half in speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jewish language. Why? Because the Jews mixing with these people, and these people's stuff is taken away from them. You don't marry somebody that don't serve your Elohim, the Most High Yah. You don't marry them. I'm sorry, you just don't do it. Couldn't even speak their own language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by Yah, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons or yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Why? Marrying people that turn your heart away, not because they are certain skin color. That's crazy. Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his Yah, and the Most High made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause the sin. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our Most High, our Elohim, in marrying strange wives? New King James says pagan wives. Some other translations say it too, pagan wives. It would be better for you to marry if you a man to marry an Israelite woman, because a lot of times women do sway their men. Well, she want a tree in the house, so I got to put the tree in the house. Well, she want the kids to have something to do on Easter. I just let her do what she gonna do. No, stop that. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Now, let's just say you do marry outside of the faith. Let's just say you do. What do you do? Paul, he said, but to the rest speak I. He said, what I'm getting ready to tell you, I don't say this. He said, I say this, the Most High don't say this. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Don't divorce a man. Don't do it. Now, wait a minute. Didn't Ezra just say? What is Paul contradicting Ezra? No. What Paul is saying is this. If they're not allowing you to, if they're not swaying your walk with the Most High, if they're not swaying your walk with the Most High, you behave yourself, and eventually maybe you can sway them to follow the Most High. That's all Paul's saying. And the woman which hath a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Don't ask me what that means. If you ask me what it means, I'm just gonna say that their lifestyle, they following the word, will wash them over time. It will wash them and cause them to change that if they maintain their faith. But it's not a good idea to marry somebody that don't believe. You need to find that out when y'all dating, so-called coding and whatnot. You know, I believe that it is, Brother Dundes. You know, I believe that it is. Speaking of Jasher, you know, that's all I say on that. But what he say? You change them. You should change them, not let them change you, because it does seem that Brother Paul is contradicting Nehemiah. But Paul is saying them folks in Ezra and Nehemiah, they were still living pagan lives, and they was causing the Hebrews to they don't even know the customs no more, because they speak in Ashdod. They worshiping their gods. They forget about the Most High. But see, the people Paul talking about here, he talking about that the believer is not swaying in their faith. They're still keeping the commandments, and say, you keep on doing what you're supposed to do, and then eventually you will swing. But if the unbelieving depart, let them. He said, if they want to go, let them go. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God or the Most High have called us to peace. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? Or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? So again, is interracial marriage wrong? Yes and no. It's wrong if you marry somebody that's of another religion and they sway you to following false gods. Is no if that person believes like you believe and keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You're both Israel at that point. That's all. But let's go to 1 Timothy 1:3-6, because a lot of people today get caught up in genealogies, get caught up in genealogies. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. No, at the end of the day, no one can trace themselves all the way back to a specific tribe. You can't. We know who we are, but none of us got the paperwork to prove it. So the only paperwork that we got right now is this. This your proof. 1 Timothy 1:3-6. As I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus when I was sent to Macedonia, that thou mightest charge some that they teach no other doctrine. He said, beware of false teachers, Timothy. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, endless, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in the faith. He said all these genealogies bring up strife. It just brings up more and more questions rather than edifying things. Now, Paul says, now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart. The end, that's that same word telos that you see in Romans, when it says for Hamashiach is the end of the law for righteousness. The goal of the law for righteousness. Same word here. Now, the goal of the commandment is charity or love out of a pure heart and of a good conscience and of the faith unfeigned, from which some, having swerved, have turned aside unto vain jangling, like on Life. What's that? Babbling, just talking, just talking out the side of their neck. And so this is fake. This 12 tribes chart, throw it out. You can only marry within these tribes right here. We're going to show you somebody that's in there. He's going to tell you his fate. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this guy. It's only about 50-some seconds.
And they had the charts up. And they had the charts that said if you're Jamaican, you come from this tribe, and if you're from Barbados, it's that tribe, and read the book. Said, "Hey, come on, Pop. What is? You know that ain't right." He said, "Of course, Danny. I know that's not right." He said, "But that's the hook. That's how we get them into place, and we wire them up to what's true." Well, years later, after he passed away, and his sons and all of them, they either died or moved away, the Tanakh school began to teach those things as truth. This is the truth, and well.
Yeah, that's fake. They telling you it's fake. But at the end of the day, guys, we ain't got but 4 more after this. Acts 17, 22 to 32. It said, then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hills and said, ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious or religious, some translations say. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found on an altar with this inscription, to the unknown Yah. Whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. The Most High made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelling not in temples made with hands, neither is worship with men's hand, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath in all things. Anything that's on this earth that's got breath, the Most High gave it to him. And have made of one blood all nations, ethnos, of men for to dwell on the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation, and that they should seek the Most High, if haply they might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. For in him, who? The Most High, we live and move and have our being. Where you get that from, Paul? Creature by Epimenides. Paul quoting other stuff in the Bible. Creature by Epimenides. He said, as certain also of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. He's quoting a hymn of Zeus by the Sicilian poet Aratus. For as much as we are the offspring of Yah, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone or graven by art and man's devices. And at times of ignorance, the Most High winked at, but now commanded all men everywhere to repent. You can only marry a man that fits verse 30. They repented and they ain't doing this. A woman or a man, if they not doing that, I don't care if y'all both the same race. Don't you marry them. The thing that we should rely on, guys, is the spirit of the Most High Yah. That's our teacher, the spirit. Test everything by the spirit. That's what you do. Test it by the spirit. Because what the Most High had done, he hath appointed a day in which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he hath ordained, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men, and that he hath raised him from the dead. And when they heard of the resurrection of the dead, some mocked and some others said, oh, we'll hear this stuff again on another day. We'll come back another day. But this is the test to know if you have eternal life abiding in you. Everybody, I got eternal life. You do. You got hate in your heart. You see your interracial couple that's doing it the way the Bible say do it. They're doing it the way the Bible say do it. And you scoffing, taking all our brothers, taking all our sisters, whatever race you are. That ain't none of my business. My business is, are they keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments? And if they ain't, I'm finna give it to them. And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin. Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth hath not seen him, neither known him. Little children, let no man deceive you. That means this man too. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin is of the devil, For the devil sinned it from the beginning. For this purpose, the Son of Yah was manifested that he might destroy the works of the devil. The devil brought this sin in this world. He made it where the Most High had to separate everybody. The Most High trying to bring everybody back together and do the will of the Father, of his Father. Whoever is born of Yah does not commit sin, for his seed, what's that? The word remaineth in him, and he can't sin because he is born of Yah. Verse 10, in this the children of Yah are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whoever does not righteousness is not of Yah, because we are, let me go back real quick, because we see back here, what you say, Paul? He said, verse 5, 1 Timothy 1:5, now the end of the commandment is charity or love. Let's go back. He said, verse 11, for this is the message that you heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one and slew his brother, killed his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil and his brother's righteous. Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hate you. We know that we have passed on from life, from death unto life, because we love the brethren. Folks that's keeping the commandments, that's your brethren. Whosoever hated his brother, if you see a white man with a black woman and they both keeping commandments, and you hate that, you a murderer. You hating your brother. Why he doing that? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. See, a Chinese with in matter of fact, a Chinese with a Japanese, that's them separate nations. If they marry each other and they both keep the commandments, it's okay. And let's say they don't believe it, they both believe in their same devil God, they devil God. That's okay for them to be together. They both believe what the devil say. It said, whosoever hated his brother is a murderer. If at the end of the day, is Jacob and Esau brothers? Yeah. Do you say Esau the white man? Yeah, he the white man. Yeah. They brothers? Yeah. You hate him? Yeah. You a murderer. And ye know that no murderer have eternal life abiding in him. But we gonna stop right there. Behold, I come quickly. But is it all right? Yes, it's all right if y'all both believe the same thing. That's it. Israelites mix with people all the time. The only time the Most High had a problem was when one of them was causing the other one to worship other Elohims, other what you call gods. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Said, brother, I'm gonna teach the truth. I don't care what nobody think. I really don't. And behold, I come quick. Y'all don't know. You must don't know about me. You must don't know about me. I have another you in a minute. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to. You ain't. I'm trying to tell you, if you not guys, the Messiah is coming soon. Everybody listen to the sound of my voice. The Messiah is coming soon. Make sure you're keeping these commandments to the best of your ability, so you can get the tree of life, and so you can enter in the gate of the city, because that is the day that the Most High has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. That's the day. We ain't got time for sinning. We ain't got time for stealing, killing. We ain't got time to be backbiting each other. We ain't got time to be doing none of that stuff. It's almost over. Time is almost out. Fix what's wrong in your life. You smoking drugs? You on hard drugs? You watching pornography? You stealing? You backbiting people? Stop it. You heard it. I'm telling you, stop. It ain't worth it, y'all. It just ain't worth it. For on the outside are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. I, Yeshua, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and offspring of David and the bright and morning star. And the Spirit and the bride said, come on. And let him that is hear it say, come on. Hear what? The word, y'all. Hear it. Do it. Love it. Live it. And let him that is athirst come, and whosoever will, let him take of the water of life freely. Israel, do your job. Publish this word. Go out into the highways. Go out into the byways. Whoever will listen to you, give them these commandments, these laws, these statutes. Show them. If you can't say it like you think you need to say it, give them the channel, and I'll give them the channel. Send them to a video. But brothers and sisters, that's the interracial marriage. I know folks gonna be mad at me, but what's that dude in the movie? I ain't gonna curse like him. Maybe he said Scarlett. Frankly, I don't give a D. I don't care. Yeah. They get stuck in there. That's the power of music. Satan, he was a part of the heavenly thing, the heavenly music ministry. Brother Runner, how go watch our Levitical series, The Choir. Go watch that. You enjoy the rest of yours too, Sister Erica Yashel. Your day coming too. Your big day coming too. I'm gonna call you that day. I'm gonna call you. But guys, that is that. Yes, I will. I will send you that. I will send you that. Yeah, Sister know her. She know her movies too. But guys, thank you for coming on in. All praises to the Most High, y'all. Thank y'all for y'all kind words, Brother Lewis. And you said please clarify if the guy says no. It didn't say they was romantic. No, it didn't say that. No, it didn't say that Proverbs. It didn't say that. But guys, go out, be an ambassador for Yeshua Hamashiach, for the kingdom of the Most High Yah. Go be an ambassador. Go. You may let your light shine. That's what the Most High just been impressing on me, folks. Let your light shine. Just let it shine. You got a Bible question, prayer request? Hit us up, rapministry.org, or if you have our number, call us. If I don't get it, leave a voice message or send a text message to either number that you have. I'll get back to you as as quick as I can. But Israel, do your job. Pray for me, guys, because I will definitely be praying for you. I will be. Most High willing, I'll be back in a week with another lesson from the Most High. We will see you. We are out. I'll see you guys. We out. Hallelujah.